All right, guys. So today we're going to take you through a little pre-app that we're going to complete here before we get to our unit app, just to get a little more practice with text fields and just some new features. So I'm going to walk you through an app here. So as always, just follow along with me here, and then by completing this app together, I think we'll be able to do our unit app a little more easier when we get to that in a couple of days. So let's go ahead and make a new Xcode project. All right, and we'll go ahead and call it single view. We'll go ahead and next. Let's go ahead and call this one bonus. Okay. All right. So what this app is going to do, it's just going to calculate some bonus points here. So we'll kind of work through that. Some bonus pay. So bonus is the name of the app. We'll leave it at Swift Universal. Click on next. All the stuff we've been doing over and over. Save that up, create it, and let's get to work here. All right. So let's go ahead and head to our storyboard right away. All right. So first things first, let's grab a label. All right, so we'll take that label, we're going to drag it up top here. Let's give this some text. Let's just stretch that out a little bit here. So we're going to go ahead to our attributes inspector, and we're going to change the text to say normal pay is equal to yeah, $50. Sure. Okay, so slow week, but yeah, normal pay. Okay, so let's get that set up. All right, let's go ahead and grab another label. Let's put that right below it. Okay, let's go ahead and change the title of that one to bonus pay. Okay, so this is what we're going to figure out here as we use the app. Okay, so bonus pay. And then, yeah, we can tab off that, and then let's make sure we just make our label a little larger so we can see everything. That'll be good right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and then grab one more label. Okay, we're going to put it right below here. And let's give this just a little bigger dimensions here. So let's go width. Let's set that width to about 200. That should be good here. And the height will go to about 30. Okay, so make that one stand out a little more. Let's get rid of the text inside a label. Okay, so no text in there. All right, and then let's see here. We're going to make an outlet for this guy. All right, so it's on this blank label here. So let's go to our assistant editor. And let's make a connection here. So we'll hook up this outlet here, and we'll call this bonus label. Okay, put that right there. Great. Okay, let's go back to standard editor, and let's grab a text field. So let's search for a text field. We're going to put a text field right here next to bonus pay. And make that a little larger there so they can type in their bonus pay, whatever that may be. And then let's make an outlet for that. Okay, so let's go click on that text field. Let's make an outlet, and we'll call it bonus text field. Okay, so we got that going. And then last but not least, let's grab a button. Okay, and we're going to put that button below our label, so right about here is fine. Increase that size a little bit, and we'll change the text to calculate. And let's make an IB action for this. So let's get rid of this did receive memory warning function. Make sure you got your curly brace 1, curly brace 2. And let's control drag here and change our outlet to an action. And we'll go button pressed. Okay, so that should take care of our user interface for right now. All right, so here's something. Let's go to our full screen, standard editor, then let's go into view controller. All right, so space this out so it's easier for you guys to see. All right, so we've got our outlets up top. We've got our actions down here. All right, so let's do this here. I want you to go in. We're going to kind of build an error just because I think this is something that might happen to each of you at some point. So I want to show you the fix and just what to look for. So let's go into bonus label. All right, and let's just change that one to extra pay label. Okay, so just let's go ahead and retype that in there just like I did. Nothing more. All right, because we're going to run this app, and this is going to crash here in a moment, but I want to work through the error with you so you can hopefully start figuring out how to do this on your own. So go ahead and change it to extra pay label, and let's go ahead and run this. Let's see what happens here. So initially we're going to get a build succeed message, but kind of misleading. So let's let this run, and we'll see the error. Okay, so it looks like things are running, we're good, but oh shoots, we got that in that automatic crash. We come back to the app delegates, and then we got some problems here. Okay, so here's where we want to look. So down here is our kind of the debugger and where it's going to give us some output. So we're going to scroll all the way to the top of this down here. And if you want, you can make this a little bigger. Oop, don't want to do that. Shoot. Okay. But as you look, yeah, don't change the screen I just did there. That was unintentional. If you want to make it bigger, you can drag that up like that. But either way, as you scroll through here, this is what we want to look for. It says this class is not key value coding compliant for the key bonus label. So if you recall, we initially called this that outlet bonus label, but then we changed it to extra pay label. That's what's causing the problem. That there's an issue here. So let's stop running our app now. All right, let's go to the storyboard. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is let's click on the yellow view controller icon and go to our connections inspector. You see we've got a problem here. This label is bad. It's a bad connection because you've got this white exclamation point, okay, saying, hey, we got an error here, okay. Also, if I control click on that circle, you'll notice that, hey, it gives you the warning, that little triangle here saying that this is not correct, okay. So pretty easy fix. So let's go ahead and just cancel this one out. So let's just completely get rid of that connection. And now we just need to rehook this label up to something here. All right, so let's come back to our view controller file. You can see extra pay label. It's got a circle empty. That's bad. You always want it to have it filled in. So let's just take that and drag it to our label, and then we're back in and we're hooked up. And then again, you can see we've got a label. Everything's hooked up correctly. So that's where we want to be. Okay, so sometimes that'll happen. We just want to take you through the fix on that error before we move forward. Okay. So let's go through, let's start building up our app a little bit here. Okay, so let's go back to standard editor inside to view controller. And then let's make a constant for me, and we're going to go ahead and call this base pay, and we'll set that equal to 400. Okay, so that's how much they're earning to start. All right, so now, let's see, what's that error all about? Yeah, we shouldn't get anything. We're good. Okay, so let's go inside of our function and create some code here because we want to take whatever that they type into the text field. All right, so whatever goes into this text field, when we hit calculate, we want to add it to the normal pay, all right, to get their total. All right, so the code would look like this. So we're going to go let's bonus pay string, and that's going to be equal to whatever they type into the bonus text field. I typed that wrong up here, Bonsu text field. That's okay because I'm using autocomplete. All right, so I'm going to choose that. Make sure you do that. Don't worry about correcting it. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, so that's the first thing. So we're going to take anything that they type into the text field. That's going to be my bonus pay string. Now I want to figure, I got to convert that. We're going to put this into a double. So we're going to go let bonus pay. That's going to be equal to a double. And that's going to be the bonus pay string we just did in the line above here. Okay, so we've taken the information from the text field, converted it to a double, and now we just got to do the final step, and we'll go let final pay is going to be equal to the bonus pay, which is right here, and we're going to add our, base pay. I'm sorry, let me back this up here. That was one step ahead. We want to take base pay from up here, all right, and then we want to add to that whatever they get in the bonus pay. Okay. So I'm going to let this run because we're going to get an error. Again, that we're going to troubleshoot together. So right now, we got a little problem. It's saying what's going on. So let's click here. It says binary operator, so the plus sign cannot be applied to operands of type int and double. So we got two different types here. So base pay is an int, bonus pay is a double. So there's a few ways we could fix that. All right, so let's go ahead and just click on that to clear that out. So let's do this here. We're just going to go up to base pay up top here. We'll go ahead and make this, we're going to cast this, so we're going to go base pay colon double is equal to 400. We're going to let that kind of process here, and right now we're good. The error goes away because now we've got both are doubles. We can add that. They're friends. They like each other. Okay, so everything's working out. All right, so the final thing we need to do, okay, is we need to get our output to show up in the app. So, all right, so if you recall, we have a label up top here, extra pay label. That's where this is going to go. So we're going to go extra pay label dot text. That's going to be equal to, we'll go total pay equal to $, and then we got to use string interpolation. So we'll take final pay. All right, and then let's troubleshoot on the errors right now, and we'll see what's going on here. Actually, yeah, we're good. Yeah, just trying to figure out what that error might be, but all it's good on that one. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's take a peek at how this looks right now. So I think we're close to being done, but I want to see how this looks before we go any further. Okay, so we got normal pay of 50. I made bonus pay of $10. I hit calculate. Okay, so now you might be thinking, what's going on here? All right, so again, I try to want to set this up here because I want to work through this with you. So how are we going from $50, $10 to $410? Well, as you look at the screen, the answer is right in front of you. All right, so remember, we set the base pay to $400 in our calculation. Okay, so that's why this is calculating out at 410 because the equation's using $400 and not 50. All right, so to fix that, we just got to decide what's our base pay going to be. Is it going to be 50 or $400? So what we'll do, all right, well, that's one problem. Then the second problem, you notice we're only getting 1 cent after the decimal point. That doesn't look official there, so we need to fix that as well. So let's go ahead and stop that. So we're going to go ahead, we'll make our double pay. We'll just put it at 50. Okay, so we'll have that match up with our storyboard. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to have you guys do here, okay, is we need to go through. All right, and again, we got to clean up the code so that our label shows our money as two, as it would, 2 cents after the decimal point there, or 2 decimal places, I should say there. Okay, so let's go back up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to format. Let's see here. We're going to format out the base pay. So we're going to get we're going to do some string work right here. So let's do this. Let's delete this for right now. We'll add this all back in here. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to format this using string to make this look, look like currency would look. So let's go string. All right, and then we're going to go parenthesis formats. All right, and then we're going to start adding our string in there. So now we're going to use the %sign. So when we're using it in the string, this is a placeholder. All right, so it's going to hold place, and then we're going to go 0.2f. So basically, we're going to be using 2 floats or 2 decimals here. All right, so after the decimal point, there's going to be 2 numbers to the right of it. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and close that off. Okay, and now we got to add in, well, what do we want to put in? So first thing, we're going to put our double back in here. Okay, a second here. Yeah, so double. Base pay. Put my beginning one there. Cool, there we go. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add on our commission pay, or in this case here, it's going to be bonus pay. Okay. So let's walk through this line of code here. So we're saying let final pay, it's going to be equal to a string, all right, that we're going to format with a placeholder. So the placeholder, anything that's after the parenthesis is going to go into the placeholder. And whatever's there is going to get formatted to 2 floats after the decimal. So 0.2f will do that. All right, so let's take a peek at this here and see how this finished product looks here. Okay, so we put in 10 bucks. So you can see now it's adding up 50 and to the 10 there, and it's taking the decimal point now. So if I were to put in 33, you can see it's picking that up. So it looks a little better now having the 2, the actual currency format as opposed to just 1 number after the decimal. All right, so that's just a little app that, again, our unit app, you're going to be using some of these concepts to build a kind of a similar calculator type feel to it. You have to do some math operations. All right, but I think this one will help you out. This will be a good resource to use on this app and also on a tip calculator we're going to do later in the semester. So I think this one will be good for you. All right, so if you're able to get through it with no issues, great job. If you have questions, just ask. All right, but yeah, keep working hard, and let me know if you have any questions. See you guys.